I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
Well, and you know what you mentioned, Alia, that like that AI little computer system in the rooms, which that's actually I'm glad you mentioned that. That's something that, to be quite honest with you, out of all the stuff I've seen come out of the Starcruiser, that little droid AI computer system, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most impressive thing I've seen. And that's not to negate it at all, because it's very impressive. It's a little droid. It kind of reminds me of like the Star Tours lady when you're in the queue.
Yep.
And it like can have full conversations with you. It doesn't even seem like they're canned responses. Like it takes what you say and processes it and actually answers you. It's like, it really is artificial intelligence. That is something that I thought was very, very cool. And that's something that I think could revolutionize the parks in other ways beyond Star Wars, even stuff that actually can take information, process it, and interact with guests. You can have animatronic pirates in the Pirates of the Caribbean with that same technology that can interact and process information from guests in the boat and act differently based on what you're doing. That's man. That's
oh, he's
I'm about to drop a big F-bomb, but that is a game changer.
So if you're wearing an awesome pirate hat, if it compliments you, or
right, or whatever, it can interact with you, and it's like just total artificial intelligence. That little droid really, really impressed me, and that really sold me quite a bit on this. I really like that a lot, actually.
Now, what is that droid going to be on every Galactic Adventure? Because I thought I heard that it won't be on every single one. Is it only for specifics?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Vash. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that is the leap forward that WDI and R&D have been trying to do for a while. That's part of the interactive initiative, and they've never really had a place to showcase this and get actual real life data than in this kind of small. It's only 100 rooms, so you don't have to please necessarily that many. And because the experience is so dynamic, it can have a dynamic response and lead you to, if you actually talk to it long enough, where you need to go to do the certain thing that you want to do. I mean, it's really, that's the sleeper hit of this whole thing.
It is.
That people have been kind of like, well, that's kind of cool. I mean, just imagine an attraction where you had an interactive audio animatronic as part of a pre-show, but maybe it's simplify it. Let's take two different coasters, right? One light side, one dark side, right? Okay, let's just go with the whole thing, right? Based on your responses to that droid in that moment, or to that audio animatronic in that moment, maybe it sends you here, maybe it sends you over there. That's kind of the potential that this kind of thing has, and we're seeing that kind of thing play out on the Starcruiser. It will say, "Hey, look, have you talked to this person? Have you talked to that person? How was your adventure? Did you like that? If you did, maybe you want to go this way. Maybe if you didn't want to go this way." It's a pretty dynamic thing right there, and it's a test right now. To your point, George, I think it may not be on your adventure by the time you get there, but I think it's been so well received. I think it should be.
Yeah. And I will say this. I will say this. And I hate to do this, but like, I'm just kind of thinking like from the business end of it. Like you said, Dre, a little AI program like that is a game changer even from the business end of it, because it can recommend things.
Yes.
Like a Genie Plus kind of situation where it's like, hey, your dinner at this steakhouse, you really enjoyed that item. Why don't you try this now? Or why it can recommend things, and it can be, and again, I hate to even say this, but I mean, the business end of it is the reality too, So there's money-making potential there for Disney if they want to,
Ironically, that was the original intention of Genie Plus, of Genie, the service, was to actually take in your inputs and recommend things based on what you liked. Oh, you like Mediterranean food? Well, maybe you want to go to the World Showcase Pavilion and go to this specific country and so forth. Like, that's what it was supposed to do.
But now we got,
Unfortunately-
hey, where could I get a good steak? Oh, we recommend you go to Main Street and buy a balloon.
yeah.
We're
Well,
working on it.
Yeah,
yeah,
working
it's
the
more
kinks
like, do you
out.
want a
You know? We'll
light
get there.
yeah, exactly.
We'll get there. But no, that's definitely a light side thing. That program really sold me. I was really shocked by that.
Ha 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 ha!